We've seen 2.2, we looked at the usage of the verb être, and then in 2.2 is the usage of adjectives, feminine, plural, a host of things you've learned already. We want to take it a step further in our growth and our development of the French language and our acquisition of vocabulary. Now we're coming to Grammar 2.3. In every language, generally, we have a way of saying things in the negative. And for you to actually master a language, you must be able to ask questions at a particular time. And so you are going to understand in a few minutes now how to make good sentences in the negative in French and their responses. Number 2, you're going to also learn how to ask questions in French. And mind you, this is just negation and interrogation 1. I'm going to deal with some other complex forms later. This is just the basic form we want to deal with now. The example you have is, vous êtes de Paris. Are you from Paris? Non, je ne suis pas de Paris. No, I am not from Paris. Vous êtes de Paris? Non, je ne suis pas de Paris. So we have there interrogation. We have there as well the negative sentence in the reply. Now what we call la négation simple, that is simple negation, which we are dealing with right now. And there are 2 elements you want to take note of. You can see it on your screen. They are the 2 negation elements. We have no, N-E, and then you have pas, P-A-S. Both of them in English is translated as not. How do you use it? You put the no before the conjugated form of the verb and then the pas after the conjugated form of the verb. The examples we have, as you can see on your screen, we have, for example, je ne suis pas en vacances. Je ne suis pas en vacances. That is, I am not on holidays. You see, the suis is the verb être, and then the no is the negation element, the part, the second part of the negation, and then we put the suis in between. The sentence in the affirmative is je suis en vacances. But now I put it in negation. We're saying je ne suis pas en vacances. So I've learned how to say I am not in French by doing that. I am not on holidays. The second example, nous sommes, at least we are not in July. We are not in July. Nous ne sommes pas en juillet. The no, as we have it, can become an apostrophe because that is the contractive form. In French language studies, when you have vowel or a mute age and you have personal pronouns, prepositions that ends in a vowel, the first vowel in those words give way for the other vowel in the next word, the other a verb or a noun. And the same thing is applicable here with the no in the negation. When you see the vous, we have vous n'êtes pas fatigué, that is, are you not tired? We are supposed to have vous ne êtes pas fatigué. But in French, the E in that no will go now. When I have vous n'êtes pas fatigué, that's the example you have with the music signature there. Having looked at the form of negation, the next thing now is how to ask simple questions in French and how to answer either in the affirmative or in the negative. Affirmative meaning yes, or you are saying no. There are 3 basic ways to ask questions in French. 3 basic ways. Number 1, we call it l'intonation montante, la voix montante. That is the most common one. People use it a lot in almost every given language. You just make a sentence, a declarative sentence, and you raise your voice at the end. An example, you have vous êtes irlandais. Vous êtes irlandais. When somebody asks that question, the original sentence is vous êtes irlandais. That is, you are from Ireland. But I want to change it to a question. I will say vous êtes irlandais. The second example you have there is Patrick irlandais. That is Patrick from Ireland. So you see, by just raising my voice at the end of the sentence, we call it l'intonation montante. I have asked a question in French. That's the first way. The second way of asking question in French is called l'inversion du verbe et du pronom. I call it l'inversion du sujet et le verbe. we're dealing with pronoun most of the time. Now we have it with the vous and the tu a lot, but let's deal with the vous because we are dealing with more formal situations here. Instead of me to say vous êtes irlandais, I will bring the verb first, link it with a through an hyphen to the personal pronoun vous, and then I want to add the last part of the sentence. We have êtes-vous irlandais? Êtes-vous irlandais? And what we have done now, we have changed their position, and that is a grammatical way of asking questions in French. It's correct any day, anytime, any country, wherever you speak it. The third way of asking question is using the ESCO family, that is at the beginning of a sentence. Now, instead of you to say vous êtes irlandais or saying êtes-vous irlandais, I will not say est-ce que vous êtes irlandais. You see it on the right side. Est-ce que vous êtes irlandais? Or I can simply say for the second question, est-ce que Patrick est irlandais? So you can put est-ce que in the place of the way you would have used what called voix montante, the intonation. But by the time you are inverting the subject and the verb position, you cannot use est-ce que in that format. So that is what you should take note of. Now, having learned the negation in sentence, we have also seen the various ways of asking questions. The next thing you need to master is how you respond to questions. These are where beginners have issues in the French language, but briefly, let's touch it. When you answer affirmatively, response affirmative or negative, I'll highlight it now. The question is, vous êtes marié, for example, and you say, oui, je suis marié. Simple as that. Oui, you repeat, je suis marié. You have answered the question. Now, if I ask you, you don't want to repeat, you don't want to negate the whole sentence, and then you not say, tu travailles le samedi. I can simply say non. It means I'm not working. Are you working on Saturday? Tu travailles le samedi? Non. That answers it. We'll go further. Now, I can also say moi aussi to confirm an affirmation. Somebody says, je suis marié. And I say, moi aussi, meaning I'm also married. That is what it means. Now, the area we have issue with students is the use of si. Beyond the use of we and non, moi aussi, to confirm an affirmation, we have si, which is supposed to be a conjunction before. But in this context, it's going to be used as yes when you translate it in English. We, this si is used instead of we after a negative sentence. Now you are getting it. Now we have vous n'êtes pas marié. Vous n'êtes pas marié. Are you not married? That's a negative sentence. I'm not going to say oui, je suis marié. I will say si, je suis marié. That is I'm affirmative in that. If I want to answer in the negative, I'm going to say non, je ne suis pas marié. So take note of that. Then you have your pas. You don't want to negate, you want to just negate some part of the sentence. Tu travailles le samedi, pas le matin. It simply means I'm working on Saturday but not in the morning. I just negate just a part of that expression. Now I have moi non plus. That's to confirm a negation. Remember we have moi aussi is to confirm an affirmation. Je suis marié, moi aussi, I'm also married. Now when I have a negative sentence, we want to confirm it. We have moi non plus. For example, je ne suis pas marié. A young person tells his friend, je ne suis pas marié. Moi non plus. I will not say moi aussi. No. Moi non plus. That is me as well. I'm not also married.